Good afternoon, everyone. Do you hear me well?
We can hear you. Let me share my screen and get this thing going.
All right.
So I've got to open it up real quick and introduce these guys, and then we'll turn it over to them and let them talk about what they're doing, what they're up to. So as we mentioned before, we gave the 1-minute advertisement for what we've got going on with Stanford around the modern construction program. Again, if you want to change your company rapidly, contact either me or Martin, and we'll work with you. So we have two other efforts. One is with CalPoly, and it's really focused on the general building sector, and Jeong is going to talk about that. We have another with Texas A&M that's focused on the industrial sector, and again, Ivan is going to talk about that. So let me introduce these guys. In fact, I can stop sharing because they're on the screen and you don't need to see a picture of them. There we go. Okay, so Jeong Woo is the head of construction management at CalPoly. He holds a master's in construction management and a PhD in architecture from Texas A&M. I didn't know that until I read your bio there. I didn't realize there was a connection we had between you two. He has consulted with and worked for a wide variety of construction and design firms, comes well qualified for doing his job and a fantastic partner with PPI. Ivan Damnjanovic. Oh, yeah, I practiced that so many times, Ivan. Anyway, as a director of engineering project management at Texas A&M. He has extensive experience in engineering risk, safety analysis applied to projects in all kinds of industry segments. Again, wonderful partner, and we're enjoying working with both of you. So I'm going to turn it over to each of you to talk about what you've got going on at your universities, and we're going to start with you, Jeong.
All right, I'm going to share my screen. Hope you guys see my screen here.
We can see you.
All right. Yeah, at this point, I should say howdy because you mentioned the Texas A&M connection here. So thanks everyone to have me today. My name is Jeong, and I'm construction management department head. A little bit introduction to CalPoly. I know some of you already have some connection with us, but CalPoly is a education focused institution located in the midway between San Francisco and LA, and maybe 3-hour driving away from San Francisco, and beautiful area. And if you didn't have a chance to visit, yeah, please take a look at it. And construction management department. So here we have a College of Architecture and Environmental Design, having 5 different departments: architecture, construction management, architecture engineering, landscape, and city and regional planning. And CM is one of the departments, and having about 600 CM major students here. And most of our students, after graduation, they're looking for a professional career path in the construction industry. And some of the students are going into graduate programs as well. All right, so quickly want to introduce how we developed relationship with PPI. I just want to say it has been a great journey, and just the 2 words: a synergistic collaboration. So when we right before the COVID, and one of our faculty members, Paul Redden, invited several guest speakers from PPI and Chevron and James Craig and Wayne Crabtree, and so they visited CalPoly campus and gave to give a lecture about PPM. And at this point, and students didn't know about what it is, and yeah, our students gave me a really great feedback about their guest speaker sessions, and they told me that they want to learn more. And matter of fact, my faculty, Paul Redden, is really having a great rich experience of PPM when he worked for Chevron. So yeah, so we made a connection and intentional action plan to develop collaboration with the PPI. So we had several meetings at CalPoly San Luis Obispo, and so we went up to their office in San Francisco, And as you see in the picture, so we exchanged a lot of ideas about how to disseminate the body of knowledge of PPM and how to help our students, how to educate the future generation of the construction industry. And basically, so what we discussed was a really foundation of a certification program we are offering right now. In the meantime, PPI and some other professionals associated with the PPI frequently visited CalPoly to give a lecture and support student projects, and also started working with the faculty members. So when we started this journey, Paul Redden was just the one faculty know and how to teach PPM in the classroom, and now we have 3 and 4 faculty members teach PPM, and also they also teach in the certification program we are offering right now. And ultimately, the major goal of this collaboration is to provide the training and education opportunities for industry practitioners who are passionate about improving their workflows and getting the better products throughout their projects. I just wanted to introduce this. So probably a couple of hours ago, you watched the presentation from my former student, Corey. So it was an amazing experience to work with her. And also, yeah, this is a great example of how we intentionally teach the concept of PPM, and our future generation go out to the industry with the proper mindset to improve their project and workflow. And we also have a strong industry connections in the construction industry throughout the country. And we started talking about the innovative concepts infused into the industry. One of the concepts is prefabrication. And we were lucky to have our one of the alumni, Ray Boff. He's a national prefab leader at DPR. And also along with Ray, so we invited several alumni who are dedicated to implement prefab in their organizations. And as we visited those people, and the main conversation was basically how to change traditional construction mindset to manufacturing and factory mindset, and then how to introduce the concept of DFMA, and how to use concept and skills and techniques of a VDC to make more construction process, more manufacturing process, and how to integrate their self-performing work crews, and basically to minimize the waste. And we realized that the concept of a prefab and PPM is really sharing a lot of common theories and fundamentals here. So that's why we discussed how to introduce the concept of PPM. And basically the prefab, it was the perfect vehicle to introduce PPM to our construction professionals. So rather than just coming from the oil and gas industries and original or mega size projects, our industry partners of CalPoly is mostly from the vertical construction industry, but it was not a matter. So we were able to develop the course curriculum and also learning modules for our construction partners to change their mindset. Basically, it is more about changing their mindset from construction to manufacturing factory mindset, leading to the different attitude and different behaviors and also different results. So key concept here, as you see, productization and how to move work from on-site to off-site, and introduce different types of manufacturing type production methods, and also discussion about DFMA. The picture here is from our second session of the Industrialized Construction Certificate Program happened in June in San Luis Obispo. We had about 20 participants there. It was an excellent class, and we had a lot of great feedback from the participants. Here, one of the participants had a chance to have a feedback review with us, and Thomas Will, project executive of Rosendin. As you know, Rosendin is one of the leading electrical contractors in the country, and Tom is the leader of prefab efforts on behalf of Rosendin. And this is what he wanted to share about the certificate program. And I think that it should play well.
Another benefit that I really got out of the industrialized construction course was a better understanding of how to physically lay out a fabrication facility. Just better understanding that you have control over how you want that system to operate and make sure it's tailored to really what you want your end result to be. We've also seen a lot of great benefits out of taking some suggestions from that class and engaging in 4D modeling of our fabrication efforts. Not just modeling the component that will be fabricated, but actually showing the progress over time of how the different parts come together, how the workers move around that. It gives us a better understanding of the physical layout of space we'll need and lets us, sort of just set up our prefabrication facility that much more efficiently.
All right. So basically what he shared was his learning experience developed a further understanding of how to lay out their prefabrication facilities and also on-site prefabrication facility as well. So as you know, the construction site, normally, you have a constant stream of materials and equipment delivery, and a lot of different labor crews come in and out. And also, there is always a need of quickly fabricating the certain unit of production to be installed a more efficient way. So that being said, having this the skills and mapping the layouts of the fabrication facility or a fabrication area where there is no walls or no power, but they can effectively manage the job sites and then organize the fabrication area so they can improve the workflow of installing the required products on time. So that being said, I want to give you a little more information about the certification program we offer at CalPoly. The main theme is industrialized construction done right. So this program has 3 different tracks. So first track, the offsite fabrication done right, and second track, supply chain done right, and third track, design for offsite fabrication done right. So as you see, so those 3 tracks share the same basic courses, and also they have a different application courses. The main important thing is, so each track has provide the opportunity to pursue the capstone project based on their project going on or coming up in the future. So in that way, the instructors and participants can work together to develop a case study on their own projects. So each of those tracks and then leading to PPM master certificates. So at this point, so we provided the level 1 basic course of track 1, and we are planning to offer the basic course of track 2 and 3 in coming year 2023. So I see that our industry professionals, partners have a high level of interest. So we want to see all of you at our certification program. And like I said, CalPoly San Luis Obispo is a beautiful place to visit as well. So If you want to learn more about PPM and also visit San Luis Obispo, please let me know. So this QR code is for next program course we're going to offer at San Luis Obispo. So please capture if you want. All right.
Very good, John. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Stop sharing and we'll switch to Ivan.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, I'll start in the same way, and this is kind of internal thing to Texas A&M students. We say howdy, and professors say howdy, and people say howdy to you. So in case you're not familiar and hear somebody saying howdy to you, it's probably an Aggie. Anyways, today I'll present the program that we have established in collaboration with the PPI. It's reinventing the way we build. It's a project production method certificate program, and mainly focusing on industrial E&C sector. My name is Ivan Damnjanovic, and I'm a professor at Zachary Department of Civil Engineering, and I also direct college-wide effort in engineering project management. That is an effort that extends beyond the different departments, and it's currently housed in the Department of Multidisciplinary Engineering. Let me kind of give you a little bit of overview of how did we end up here, because this engineering project management effort is kind of unique to Texas A&M. To best of my knowledge, there may be only one or two programs with a similar initiative. However, they are housed in one of the departments, not an umbrella program as we have developed. So let me give you a brief overview of Texas A&M project management. It started in 2001, okay, about 20 plus years ago, and was initiated by the gentleman with his wife. You can see it over here. That is Mr. Corky Frank. Mr. Corky Frank was an Aggie, obviously, but he was also a CEO and a president of Marathon Oil. Like many Aggies, he has gone from field engineer in New Mexico, working essentially for meals, to being a truck driver for the same company, Marathon Oil, all the way to become a president and CEO. Along the way, he was a very successful project manager, and very early he recognized the benefits of having a project management skill set. So Corky came to Texas A&M and asked if we can start a program that will enable every engineering student to have a background in project management. So in 2001, Corky established a chair in engineering project management, and the first actually holder of the chair was the gentleman to the right, Professor Dr. Kenneth Reinschmidt. Ken was at the time retired from a company called Stone & Webster. Many of you might know the company. It dealt with nuclear power plants. It was one of the largest contractor in that segment. And Ken was vice president and for engineering and president of Stone & Webster Technologies. He was also an MIT professor, and he was essentially a person who was given initial charge in 2001. In 2001, I was a graduate student at UT. And when I graduated in 2006, due to my main interest in analytical aspects of project management, in operations science, and my focus on risk and variability and uncertainty in general, and using mathematical representation for that, Ken was the one who essentially advocated for A&M to hire me, and I took charge in 2006 of the program. Right now, the program has about 400 students enrolled for the minor in engineering project management, and we have about 50 graduate students enrolled as well. Just to kind of give you an idea, Texas A&M College of Engineering has anywhere between 22 and 25,000 students enrolled. Okay, so there is a lot of students as a pool of students that are capable of taking this this essentially minor program. So because I have that background in analytical methods for project management, when Gary approached me and to talk about project production methods, I was pretty happy about it. And we had long discussions about how do we promote more of analytical thinking. Some of the previous speakers have mentioned this already, that, you know, our discipline is mainly based on experience, and learning from experience can be very costly. Okay, and we don't need somebody to make a lot of mistakes in order to learn things. We can actually teach this so the mistakes are not being made to start with. So I was really happy about that. So talking to Gary, we decided to go on and establish this program. But let me kind of, before I start talking about program, give you a little more information about engineering project management. So we have a couple of courses in engineering project management. One is the seminar course where we actually visit companies, and we have already done some project production on the undergraduate level. We had a class of about 70 students at the time that visited Chevron headquarters in Houston. At the time, Jim Gregg and Joe Gregory were hosting us, and we had a whole project production game going on, and a bunch of Aggies have experienced the project production game. So these are some of the photos from that seminar series. We also are very active in our international efforts. We have two major partners in engineering project management. One is in Trieste in Italy, where we worked with a company called Del Ecker. It's in San Francisco. You may be familiar with them. There's a company called Deal. They do segmental post-engineering type of work. So the Skyway of the Oakland Bay Bridge, San Francisco Oakland Bay Bridge, is actually done by them. Dallas High Five as well here. So anyways, we have established some collaboration there, and we take engineering project management students there. That's Trieste to your left. And to the right is Paris. We have also partnership with ASTP. We have, that's a premier institution for civil engineering and project management in general. So they send 3 or 4 students yearly to Texas A&M, and we actually go there and bring our students and have a joint classes in Paris as well. So those are our study abroad programs. Now, let me kind of go over the basic idea behind the Texas A&M PPI certificate. So the idea is to have several courses that focus on project production methods that can be taken individually, or they can be stacked to provide necessary depth in implementing some of these methods on the projects that many of the industry participants are facing. So it is not only one course, but a series of courses. The emphasis here, as I mentioned initially, its focus is on industrial engineering and construction sector. Unlike the previous presenter from CalPoly, where he talked about construction sector, we are looking into a slightly different sector. We provide continuing education hours in addition to the certificate that has been issued by Texas A&M. And the design of the program was also considering engaging instructors both at Texas A&M and the PPI on a capstone project for a specific project or a problem the participants are facing. So the focus is not only on theoretical aspect, but a hands-on approach where you can have a mentorship model where the instructors and the participants can work to find the solution to a problem they're facing. This is an overall framework of how certificate is implemented. The next generation project management class is the initial class, introductory class. We have had this class implemented last month in Houston. So we have started with this road trip, so to say. These classes will be offered sequentially, and I'll talk about the schedule in just a little bit. But what you can see here is, again, having an opportunity for our participants to take a general class and then focus on individual problems they are facing to finalize with the master certificate. So if you think your work is more focused on engineering design, there is a track for that. If you're focused more on supply chain and procurement, there is a track for that. If you are looking at the general construction and interaction between engineering and construction, you go on the construction track. This is followed by the opportunity to take a capstone project. And this capstone project, again, as I mentioned, will be done through a mentorship model where PPI and Texas A&M faculty will provide instruction. Finally, there will be a level 3 PPP master certificate, which will essentially kind of wrap up the competency skills of the participants to not just implement, but fully understand the mechanics behind the project production method. So this is just the flyer for the first course we had in Houston. Some photos from there. You can see we had about 3 tables of 5 participants working on the airplane game, where we assembled the airplane. Okay, and you can see also instructor. I believe that's James over there. How do we go forward? So this is a tentative timeline for offering courses in 2023. So the idea is to offer this first level, next generation project management, level 1 course, couple of more times before we go into the details of engineering, procurement, and construction. So the idea is that we're going to have another next generation project management course in Houston on February 16 and 17. That's typically that's Thursday and Friday. Again, these courses, we tend to want to have it on Thursdays and Fridays for convenience of participants. The second one will be in May 11 and May 12, also in Houston. And the next week, we'll plan to offer, following the next generation introductory course, we plan to offer more specialized courses in engineering, procurement, and construction. Those will be on May 18 and 19, May 23 and May 23rd and 24th, May 5th, 25th, and 26th. In September, the courses are coming to College Station. So the idea here is to have a symposium where not only industry participants can attend, but also our students. So we plan to broaden the audience and change the format a little bit. There is also a benefit to that, there is a game on September 16, and being in College Station and not being watching the game, it's not something you want to do. You want to be there. So to experience 100,000 people on the stand cheering for Texas A&M. So that's something to see anyways. But the idea of the symposium format is that we will bring more people there and diversify a little bit of a crowd. Finally, we plan to have another introductory course in November 9, November 10. Again, these are tentative dates. More details will follow, but the general principle is we plan to offer 4 introductory level type of courses and at least 3 specialized courses over the course of the year. Finally, just to end up with broadening Texas A&M and PPI collaboration here. We are planning to develop a new course on project production management and methods at Texas A&M that will be both on the undergraduate and the graduate level. This will be within College of Engineering, Civil Engineering, and Multidisciplinary Engineering. So it's going to be stacked, so enabling civil engineers as well as the students from other engineering departments to attend. We have established some collaboration involving PPI and the Texas A&M Engineering Project Management Advisory Board. In general, we are acting as an advocate for advancement in engineering construction project management based on scientific principles, based on operation science principle. And we're looking to promote other research and education, promote collaboration on other research and educational projects for the third-party sponsors and organizations. With that, I'll end here. I might have one question. Yes, there is one question. The course in Houston, can commercial construction people benefit from attending, or would it be more beneficial to go to CalPoly for the level 1 course? I think commercial people can attend in Houston if you are there. I think it would. The examples are more from industrial construction, though. But general principles are the same, and especially first introductory course puts a lot of emphasis on fully understanding the science behind the project production method. I hope that answered your question, Andres.
All right. Thank you, Ivan. Can you stop sharing your screen so I can take over?
I can.
Oh, there we go. So we're down to the home stretch here. About ready to give you back a little bit of time. Really appreciate that great partnership with A&M. And again, the program at A&M is really targeted at the industrial sector. So the examples used are from the industrial sector. The program at CalPoly is targeted at the general building sector. So the examples used are from that sector. If you're bilingual, doesn't matter. Just be forewarned, if you want to see examples from your industry, I'd suggest you go to either one or the other.